Hey guys, welcome back. And in this video, we're gonna learn about how you can make an obby from scratch, hopefully within a short amount of time. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is actually design or build your obby. Okay, so go to Advanced Objects, which you can open from Model Advanced Objects. Search up Part. Okay, drag it onto the workspace, and there you go. Now make sure it is anchored. Okay, there you go. Now you can move it around safely. Okay. Now click on the scale tool and click on the part. Okay. Now we're gonna build the starter island, I guess. So we're just gonna make this. Looks good. Now let's color it. Okay. Let's make it look nice. Uh, this looks good, I guess. Let's create some grass, I guess. That should look good. And now we have the island, I guess. So how are you gonna make it so you can spawn on the island? Okay, pretty simple. Go to Advanced Objects, Spawn Location, and just drag it onto where you want the players to spawn. Okay, so in my case, I want them to spawn right there. Now this looks ugly. Okay, I don't want the spawn location to show, so click on this arrow here, remove the decal. Okay, and press 1 to make it transparent. Okay, now we're gonna remove this option for it to be can collide. Okay, so basically, if I spawn in now, um, what's gonna happen is I can actually stand on it. So you see I'm floating. We want to remove that. Okay, so can collide off, and we also don't want players to get a force field. Okay, because this is an obby and they can cheat if they can't die. Okay, so make this 0. Now let's make some parkour. Okay, so just copy this, right click, copy, and then right click, paste. Okay, now you have this island, and just make sure you have scale, okay, equipped, like this. Just click on it if it isn't equipped. Okay, just resize this. Something like this would probably do. Yeah, okay. Just select it all. Use the move tool, okay? Is this not working? I think you need to, uh, 1 second. Okay, now it works for some reason. Make sure it's unanchored, then anchor it afterwards, okay? So just do this. Let's make sure they can actually access the jump, okay? Now we just do this. Oh my god, Roblox Studio is just... Okay, tell you what, guys. I'm just gonna use my plugin. I'm gonna link it in the description, which then you can go and install the plugin so you can actually move stuff around easier, okay? Um, so let's just clone it. Make sure it's anchored, okay? Because if it isn't, look at what's gonna happen, okay? It's just gonna fall down and it's gonna break, okay? You don't want that, obviously. You want it to stay intact. So we're just gonna copy this and use our move access tool here and just design your obby however you want it to be, I guess. And there you go. Now, we don't want the base plate, okay? Because look at what's gonna happen if the player actually falls, okay? He's not gonna die. He's just gonna jump, oops, and bam. He's not gonna die. He's just gonna, like, just get back on. We don't want that, okay? Just make the base plate non-existent. Just delete the base plate, okay? There you go. Now, once we reach another island, okay, we're just gonna copy this, and this is gonna be our island template, okay? So bam, the player has somehow made it across this extremely hard obby. I'm joking, it's really easy. So he made it here, okay? Now, let's just name this, this grass area, okay? Let's name it, 1, okay? Let's just name it 1. Also, I'm gonna make this entirely smooth plastic, so you could just make it a different material, I guess, but I'm gonna make it smooth plastic so it looks nice. Then we're gonna make another stage, okay? So we're just gonna build this. Okay, something like this will work. So they're just gonna be trying to avoid these lava bricks, I guess. So we're just gonna copy this, make a decent sized, I guess, lava brick, something like this. will probably work. Yep. So let's just make it like this. Make it neon, okay? So they can actually see like it's bright, it's red. Avoid it, basically. Um, let's just copy this and make sure that now we could make it like go down or go up. But for this first stage, I'm just gonna make it you know, I should have used a smaller increment because it 0.0025 is, you know, quite difficult to work with. So just do this. Bam. Oh no. Okay, just there you go. So these are your like lava bricks. So just copy again, and there you go. You have your lava bricks set up. This should be relatively easy, I guess. Let me just try it out. It's not gonna kill me yet because you need to actually script them, okay? So I'm just gonna see if it's, I mean, they're pretty thick. It's doable, I guess, so it's not that hard. It's gonna work. Okay. So it's pretty easy. This part is also easy. Let's just do it for fun. There you go. So yeah, let's just select all of these. Okay, so I'm selecting them by holding down shift and click. Shift and click, just select them all, and control G, okay, or just right click and group, and we're gonna call this lava. Okay, now we're gonna clone this island here, which we agreed on having it as the default sort of island, and just put it there. Okay, so they've passed this sort of parkour area. Now they're gonna go onto this lava sort of area, and now, you know, in Obbies there's by the way, you need to name this too, okay? It's important for the script to work. You know, in the Obbies there's these like colorful parts. Let me just try and show you. Smooth plastic. Let's make this color, and then okay, I really need to use like one or something. Okay, one sec. I just need to make this work. Yeah, it's not gonna work for me with one. So you know these color thingies, you have to pick the right one. Okay. So this is basically gonna be the same thing. So let's just do that. Bam, bam, bam. Should be relatively in the middle, I guess. Doesn't matter if it's exactly in the middle unless you have like OCD. If you do, I'm sorry. Let's just something like, see, that's the downside with using these really small increments. They're good for like amazing builds, but they're not really good for you know, building simplistic stuff. So let's just put it there, I guess, and just put it there. There you go. Okay, let's make these different colors now. Let's make this green. No, actually that will blend in. No, let's make this blue, and let's make this yellowish. Yeah. So you get the picture, I guess. I'm just gonna clone this. Make sure this is not named too. Okay, just name it part again, because the reason I'm naming these one, I mean, 1, 2, etc., is so we can script the. You know, when you reach a new stage, you expect to spawn. If you die, you expect to spawn in at the correct stage. Obviously, you don't want to spawn back at the spawn, okay? Unless you're just evil. So that's why I'm naming them, okay? I'm gonna show you how they're gonna be used really soon. Just copy this. Now, obviously, you may not be as familiar with using the tools as I am, but that's no problem, I guess. Just trust me, do not use small increments, okay, at first. Just use 0.5 maybe, or 1, something like that. Now let's change the color on these, make this sort of light red. That's not light red, but whatever. Let's make this color, I guess, whatever that is, and let's make this grayish. Okay, so you have 2 stages here, and then they actually reach the island at the end, okay? Let's just drag this around. Actually, I should add another stage, shouldn't I? So let's just make them do like very simplistic parkour, okay? Something like this. Yeah, just nothing too hard. I mean, this is just to bypass the fact that I actually just am too lazy to just drag this out for some reason. So something like that. Yep, there you go. So I have this simplistic obby here. You spawn here, just do the parkour. Then you expect your stage to save. So if you die, you're gonna spawn here. You're gonna jump over the lava, and you're gonna save your stage again at stage number 2. Now, if you have noticed, we did forget to, well, we didn't forget, but we need to name this tree, okay? For the reasons I told you earlier. So, yeah, let's actually get to scripting this, okay? So, first up, I'm gonna make this lava here actually kill you, okay? So, let's go and make a script. Go to Advanced Objects, as you, Model, and then click Advanced Objects if you don't have it open. Type out script, and let's create a for loop, okay? So it's gonna iterate through all the members of lava. So go like this or like this, okay? And it's gonna do an effect for all of them, okay? So for I, V in pairs, workspace, wait for child, lava, get children, do. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna go to workspace, okay? It's gonna wait for child, so it's gonna wait until lava exists. Okay, this is just a measure, just in how do I say this? It's just a measure, just in case it didn't load in yet. So it's gonna wait for this child here. Okay, and then it's gonna get all the children of lava, which is this, and it's gonna iterate through them. So see this V here? For iteration number 1, that's what I stands for. So I is gonna be 1. Okay. V is going to refer to this part. For I is equal to 2, V is going to refer to this part, I equals 3, V is this, so on until it reaches the end of the children, okay? So let's create a touched event, okay? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to listen until someone touches one of these parts, okay? If someone touches one of these parts, then we want to kill them, okay? Because that's what happens when you touch lava. Do not touch lava, kids. So v.touched connect function hit. Okay, so as I said, v is one of these parts here, and whenever it's touched, it's gonna pass a parameter, which is whatever touched it. Okay, it's a part. So if you touch it with your right foot, this hit here is gonna be your right foot. Okay, and now what we need to do with this is pretty much check if it's an actual player, okay? Because if we just leave it like this is technically touching, but we don't want to kill this part. You can't kill this part, okay? We want this to not count, basically. So we're gonna check if hit is actually a part of the player's character, okay? So we're gonna declare a local variable, found is equal to game.players, get player from character, okay, hit.parent. So what this is doing is it's declaring a local variable, okay? If you don't know what variables are, go check out my other tutorial on this channel. I believe it's the second tutorial on my basic scripting tutorials playlist, not sure. So it's gonna go to players, okay, game.players, and it's gonna try and get player from character, okay? So what this does is you're gonna give it a part, say I give it the head of a character, okay? It's gonna check if that part actually belongs to a player's character, okay? So if it doesn't, it's gonna return nil. Nil is basically nothing, non-existent, blank, okay? So if found is not equal to nil, so if found exists, basically, so we're just making sure that found exists in this little check. It exists. Yay. Okay, so then we're gonna want to kill the guy or the girl, I guess. Found break joints. So what this is gonna do, you know how you have your body parts, Let's just load in, I guess. You know how you have your body parts, your arm, your leg. It's gonna do this. Whenever you reset, it breaks the joints, so they don't connect anymore. They just fall. Okay, so that's what it's gonna do. So I'm gonna wait for myself to respawn, and yeah. So let's just do this obby like this. Bam. Pretty easy stuff. Now, if I touch one of the lava bricks. Oh wow, it didn't work. Oh, okay, okay. I know the problem here. So see what we did here. We we got the player, okay, from the character. Get player from character. So I tried to break the player objects' joints, which don't exist, okay. So we just need to do found.character. Okay, so the player in this case found because you're getting the player from the character, okay. Dot character break joints. So let's just do this again. Loki flex. Gonna do it backwards, but you know, a man's gonna do what a man's gonna do. And then we're just gonna walk onto this part, and bam, we died. Okay, so that's basically working lava now. It's gonna do this for all the parts, as I said. So lava is covered. Now, the final thing that we need to do is actually group the stages. Okay, I'm doing shift click again and control G or right click group. Okay, and you have created a model. Okay, so a model is basically like a group of parts. So we're just gonna name this stages. Okay, same thing, we're just gonna copy and paste this. Remove this stuff. Okay, now we don't want it to iterate through lava, we want it to iterate through stages. So it's going to go through all the children of stages, and it's going to, whenever someone touches them, okay, it's going to change their stage to them, okay. So let's see how we could do this. We could create a value in the player's object, which refers to the spawn. Okay, let's just do that. That's pretty easy, I guess. Let's just also put the spawn location in here to make it work. Let's name this 0. Okay, we need to make another script. Let's just name this stages in lava. Let's create another script and let's call this I don't know, joined player join, I don't know. So whenever a player joins, which is game.players.player added, connect player. Okay, now I did this in the previous tutorial. Oh my god, I did this in the previous tutorial where you just, whenever someone joins the game, their player object will be added here, okay, in game.players. So it's going to connect to this function, so it's going to listen until someone joins. Whenever someone joins, it's going to run this function, okay. The parameter is going to be player. That's what's going to refer to the player object. So the player object is basically this, okay. So now let's create a value which actually refers to the player's spawn location. So local value equals instance.new cframe value player. Okay, value.name is equal to spawn value.value equals I'm gonna explain what I'm doing in just a second. I just copied this cframe.new, bam. So whenever someone joins, they're gonna get a new value in their player object declared. Okay, it's gonna be created, it's spawn, and it's gonna have the value of the position of the stage. Okay, so if I touch this, it's gonna have this position. Okay, the spawn value that's created. So let's just make it vector tree. Okay. Vector tree because position is a vector tree. Okay, three types of values axis, I guess. So that's why it's vector tree. Okay, vector tree is just basically a 3D sort of value which contains the x, y, and z axis, but does not include rotation. Okay, if you wanted to include rotation, you would use C-frame. So now there's this object. Okay, so now we want the player's character to be moved to the object every time they die. Okay, so let's just do player.character added connect function character. Okay, so whenever a player's character is added, so basically when I join the game, it adds my character. Okay, see how my character just got added, loaded in? That's what this event listens to. So it's gonna wait until the player's character is added, and then it's gonna connect and run this function. Okay, let's just call it move. Actually, no. Character move to value.value. Okay, so what this is gonna do is it's gonna grab the character, okay, and it's gonna use this function move to actually physically teleport the player to his or her respective spawn. Okay, which is it's gonna move them to this position. Okay. As you can see, this should, I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. Okay, now whenever, we'll go back to this script here. So whenever someone touches the stage, we want to change this value. Okay, so found dot, and we call this spawn dot value equals v dot position plus vector v.new 050. Okay, so what this is doing is whenever someone touches one of the stages, it's modifying the spawn value, okay, to the stage's position plus 5 stats upwards. Okay, this is X, Y, and Z. It's making the player spawn just a bit higher than the actual position, so the player won't get stuck in the part. Okay, and obviously if they die and this is changed, they're going to be teleported every time they die to the changed value. So let's just test this out. Let's just, oh my god, that was a big fail. Should I cut that out? Nah, too lazy. So let's just do this. Okay, bam, we should have touched this. Now we're gonna die, and hopefully we're gonna spawn back there. Okay, let's see what happens. And no, we did not actually. Okay, that's weird. Print touched. So this is what you do. I mean, this is what most developers do whenever their code doesn't work. Okay, they add print statements. Okay, so as you can see, this is one of the spawns. I touched it. It's printing out touched. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the other spawn, and it printed out touch. Okay. Wow, that was weird. Touch. Not sure why it isn't spawning me there. The value is 34, so let's just check what the value of this is. 34, 21, minus 62, 34, 26, minus 60. Okay, wait. 21, 34. Okay, so apparently it's not setting this position, so let's just do this. Found the spawn value. This is a bit weird. It's awkward too. Okay, so welcome back. Apparently the bug was that you know how I added this 0 spawn here into the spawns group here, stages group? So whenever I was spawning in, I was setting my spawn value to this because, you know, it was part of these. So now if I just do this and then jump off, it's hopefully gonna spawn me there. Not sure yet, haven't tested this. Yeah, so it's gonna spawn me there with a bit of delay. I'm gonna fix that really soon, but at least it works now. Okay, so if you remove this weight, so what I did basically was just drag this out of the stages group. So let's just do this. Okay, now I'm gonna jump off. So yeah, it should teleport me instantly now. Okay, actually that wait was needed. Just this is gonna wait 0.25 seconds. Should work now. This is basically what development is all about, bug fixing. So let's see. Gonna die. Bam. So much pieces. And yeah, it's gonna teleport me back to my stage. So if I manage to do this, oh my, I'm dumb. You know, I should probably be editing these videos to like make sure that it looks good and I don't fail on camera. But you know, I'm pretty legit. So there you go. This should now, if I die here, it should spawn me right there. Okay. Yep, there we go. So the thing we forgot to do is actually make these work. Okay, so the aim of these is to actually have to pick the correct one. Okay, so if I don't pick the correct one, I'm gonna fall through them and die. Okay, so let's just make the middle one the correct one, and just, as I said, shift and click, can collide off. That means that they can't collide with the players, so the player's gonna fall through them. And let's make the red one the right one, and just same thing, can collide off. Let's play here. Okay, let's cheat a bit because I don't feel like going through the entire hobby. Okay, yeah, apparently I accidentally scripted a anti sort of like cheat for myself, because you know it spawns you at the spawn, so I can't really teleport. So let's just do this real quick. Blue one, okay, then red one, okay, and let's just save our stage. Bam. And if I go through the incorrect one, I'm gonna fall. Okay, there you go. So this has been how you could make an obby. Obviously you can make more complex stages, but you know, this was just a tutorial video. You could make like 100 stages or something like that, maybe even 1,000. That's crazy, but you know, it's gonna take time, but it's gonna be more enjoyable, I guess, with more stages. This is just too easy right now. I can literally do this backwards. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.